So in this video, I'm going to talk about accommodation for international students in Jogja and what it's like, and what a COS is, and what a homestay is. So COS hunting was my favourite thing to do in my orientation week in Jogja. We got to see heaps of different COSs and homestays. What a COS is a dorm room within a big building that you share with either girls or boys, or a mix. So there's 3 different types of dorms, and usually the girls only dorms will not let you have boys in your COS, sometimes not even in the building, and sometimes just not in your room, because there is a communal area that you can share with other girls and other guests, and this will include a dining room and living area, as well as the kitchen. COS is an amazing opportunity to meet other students, especially if you're looking at maybe lower costs, because these ones generally have more Indonesian students rather than international students if you're looking at the more expensive ones. So I lived in a COS for my first 2 months in Jogja, and it was an amazing opportunity. I got to meet a lot of Indonesian students. I stayed at Gria Nina on Jalan Kaliurang, which was a more exclusive COS, and when they say exclusive, it's usually more expensive. And these students were more from Jakarta. There was one other international student from Japan, and I generally only spoke Indonesian with her because Jakarta students can speak English, and they generally spoke English amongst themselves as well, which made it hard to practice my Indonesian. So after a while, I wanted to be able to speak more Indonesian and be more involved in Indonesian at home, and not just in my classes and with my friends outside my COS. So I moved into a homestay with another Achichis student, Harriet, who's been in other videos, and her boyfriend, and another one of my friends through athletics. And this was a great opportunity because there was 4 of us, 2 Australians and 2 Indonesians, living in this homestay, which is generally more involved with its guests, so people like us studying there. Usually the owners, so the COS Bapak or Ibu, will be up more and having more conversations with you. And our setup was more of a house, an apartment. So I had a room, Harriet had a room, and our other 2 friends had a room to themselves as well. So it was a great way to have your own sort of area and space, but also be able to be more involved and speak Indonesian. So orientation week was the best time to find a COS, and you don't have to stress if you don't find your favourite one first up. For us, obviously for me, I moved 2 months into my trip because I wanted to experience another version of Jogja than I had already. I wanted to have I wanted to have as big an experience and as diverse as possible. Obviously, Jogja has all these different aspects that you can explore. As far as looking for COSs and homestays, each person has their own preferences. I originally thought that I needed hot water, and I think that was my main focus, hot water. I definitely needed hot showers. For other people, they thought they didn't need hot water, but they definitely needed air conditioning. So these are things that you can find. They give you a booklet to look through to see what COSs are available and what facilities they have. But also another great program or application for finding COSs is Mamikos, Mamikos. This has all the COSs and homestays within Jogja, and if you move elsewhere, they generally have other areas as well. You can spend up to $300 a month on COSs, or as little as, I think, $20 a year. And $20 a year would generally get you a room, and that's it. My COS was originally $200, and that had a bed, a fridge, and a cupboard and a table to do my study, as well as a bathroom with hot water, which was what I needed. 200 2 million, which would be about 200 Australian dollars a year. That would get you a room. So you have to buy your bed, any sort of furniture you want. It'd be a squat toilet, not a Western style toilet, and definitely no hot water. There was a few Australian students that did this. They wanted to immerse themselves as much as possible. And whilst they loved it for the first 2 months, one girl didn't particularly like her bed because it was on the floor. She didn't have anything holding it off the ground. And another student struggled with the squat toilets and cold showers. So they did end up joining a gym, which is another way around it. So that way you do have the hot showers and Western style toilets if that starts to become an issue for you.